Happening now, new questions about A-Rod's future in baseball, a day after the Yankees slugger stormed out of his own arbitration hearing. He was appealing his 211-game ban following doping allegations. Well, not long after his dramatic departure from the hearing, he took his fight to the radio, blasting MLB Commissioner Bud Selig for not testifying, and then denying publicly that he ever took performance-enhancing drugs. Well, joining us now, Dan Shore, a former prosecutor, and Heather Hansen, a trial attorney. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you.
He's appealing his ban at this arbitration hearing at MLB headquarters. Yesterday, not only did he storm out, he punched a wall, he kicked a briefcase, he pounded his fist on the table and announced, "This is effing BS," only he used the real words, before he stormed out. Dan, did any of this do him any favors?
Whether you're in a court of law or an arbitration hearing, throwing a tantrum is never a good idea. It's never going to help you. Here, he's upset that Bud Selig, the commissioner, won't testify, but that's like a criminal defendant in New York City wanting the head district attorney to testify, or a federal defendant wanting the U.S. Attorney General to testify. Unless Bud Selig has material evidence that he can testify to, such as if he interviewed a witness or he witnessed something relevant to this case, other than that, there's no reason for Bud Selig to testify, and A-Rod is probably doing this as a public relations tactic, not necessarily as a legal tactic.
Yeah, Heather, as Dan said, he's angry that Selig isn't appearing at the hearing. Major League Baseball being represented instead by the chief operating officer, Rob Manfred. Selig, though, apparently never testifies at these things, and MLB says the real problem here is that A-Rod will not testify under oath. What about that?
I think A-Rod never had any intention of testifying under oath, and I think that this is an excuse for him not to have to testify. I think really, Patty Ann, he has given up on this case. He's given up on the arbitration. He has a case in state court that will soon be transferred to federal court where he hopes to really push the issue. But I think he's faced the fact that he's not going to be happy with the result, and so he's willing to sort of throw everything to the wind and act like a baby.
Well, Dan, he's also trying to throw it to the court of public opinion. Right after this, he went on a popular sports radio station, WFAN, and told Mike Francesca that he didn't take any performance-enhancing drugs. Well, you know, Rick Leventhal was on earlier pointing out that he has made this denial before to the media, only to later admit that he did use them earlier in his career. So why the new denial, and why on a radio station and not under oath?
This is the first time he's made a public denial about these specific allegations of performance-enhancing drug use. And as you said, this is not under oath. If he said it under oath and if it came out that he wasn't telling the truth, he could be criminally prosecuted here. So once again, this is a public relations tactic. We've seen other athletes, such as Ryan Braun from the Milwaukee Brewers, give these public, very firm statements that they never used performance-enhancing drugs, and then it comes out not to be true. So his statement is suspect. He walked out of the hearing where he had the opportunity to present evidence. Right now, it's about his legacy in public opinion, not necessarily how many games he's suspended for, because the arbitrator's going to suspend him, probably close to, if not all, of the 211 games that baseball wants him to be suspended for.